Hello boys, this is a review lesson in which we are going to look at pH scale again. We have learned the application of pH scale, we have learned the theory of pH, we have learned how pH makes a solution acidic or basic. We have learned that pH 7 is considered as a neutral pH. Okay, anything above 7, any solution which has a pH above 7 is basic, and below 7 it's acidic. Okay, so here we have the demonstration. With the help of this animation, I'm going to show you how pH is measured by using the pH scale. We are going to look at how pH is calculated with the help of OH and OH and H plus ions, and we are going to look at what changes occur when you have different pH and what happens in the solution actually. So we have this scale, which is the pH scale. Can you see there are 14 units on the pH scale that we have learned, and 7 is considered as the neutral pH. We have solution water over here. Can you see I have selected water, and I'm going to take some water and I'm going to take my pH scale and put into this solution. Can you see the pH of water is 7? So the pH of pure water is always 7. Okay, remember that. Now I'm going to change my solution. I am provided with some solutions that we usually have in our daily life. We have drain cleaner, we have hand soap, our blood, spit, water, milk. We have these solutions, and one by one we are going to look at all these solutions and the pH, and we are going to look at their solutions as well. So let's take this drain cleaner. I have this drain cleaner and I can see the pH of this drain cleaner is 13. Okay, and 13 means that it is very basic or strongly basic. Let's take another one. We have soap, and you can see that soap has a pH of 10, and of course pH 10 is considered as weakly basic, because we have learned that if the pH is near 7, okay, if the pH is near 7 on the basic side, if it is near 7, it is weakly basic, and if it is towards 14, it is strongly basic. So this is right now is weakly basic. Let's take another solution. We have milk. Now milk has a pH of 6.5, and 6.5 is very weak acid. Okay, so 6.5 is weakly acidic pH. Let's take one more. We have battery acid, and you know that in batteries sulfuric acid is used, and sulfuric acid is a very strong acid, and that is why the pH over here is 1. Let's do some more experiments. We are provided over here with the pH scale, the same pH scale, but it is now showing you the concentrations of H3O positive ions, which are the acidic ions. Okay, acids produce H3O ions and bases produce OH negative ions. We have learned that when acids are poured in water, when acids are dissolved in water, they make H3O positive ions. Okay, आपने H plus ions भी पढ़े हैं, H3O positive ions भी पढ़े हैं. Both are same, they both are acidic ions. Okay, so acids produce H3O positive ions, which is called hydronium ion, and bases produce OH negative ion, which is hydroxide ion. Can you see the pH of can you see the concentration of water is 55? Okay, so concentration of water is always 55, remember that. Now I'm going to take a solution first. We are going to take pure water, for example, first, and let's see what is there in the pure water. You have learned that in pure water the concentration of H3O ions and the concentration of OH ions are both equal. This is 1 exponent minus 7 for H3O positive ions, and OH ions are also 1 exponent minus 7, and that is why the pH of water is what? It is 7, which is the neutral pH. Okay, whenever you have same concentration of H3O positive ions and OH negative ions, the solution is said to be neutral, and water is the best example of that, which has a pH of 7. Okay, let's take another solution. Let's take orange juice. Okay, can you see orange juice has more H3O positive ions and less OH negative ions. Boys, remember, minus, this is in minus, okay? The power is in minus. When the power is in minus, that means the smaller number in minus sign, with the minus sign, is greater actually. जो जिस नंबर के साथ नेगेटिव साइन हो और वो नंबर स्मॉल हो, वो एक्चुअली क्या होता है, बड़ा नंबर होता है. जैसे -4 इज़ ग्रेटर देन -11. यू शुड हैव द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ दिस कि -4 -11 से बड़ा होता है. -11 इज़ अ स्मॉल नंबर, -4 इज़ अ greater number, okay? So you should have this concept before doing this pH thing. So we have concentrations over here. What is the concentration of hydronium ion? The concentration is 3 exponent minus 4, okay? And the concentration of OH ions is 3.2 exponent minus 11. So which number is greater? If I ask you, you will tell me that the hydronium ion concentration is more than OH ion concentration, because -4 is greater, of course, okay? Okay? So H3O ions are more in orange juice and OH negative ions are less with this. So what do we conclude with this? The thing that we conclude is that a pH is 3.5, which is weakly acidic, because H3O ions are more and OH ions are less, so it is acidic, of course. But -4 itself shows you that the pH is around 4, okay? We have the concept, हमने concept पढ़ा है कि जब -4 में पावर होगी 1 exponent -4 होता, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो इसका pH कितना होता, 4 होता, ओके? 1 exponent -5 होती तो pH कितना होता, 5 होता, ओके? लेकिन ये 3.2 exponent -4 है, दैट मीन्स that it will be around 4, so it is 3.5, and you know 3.5 is near to 4, okay? So you can predict with the help of this power, अगर -4 है तो pH अराउंड 4 के बराबर होगा. और अगर POH, यहाँ पे OH आयंस की कंसनट्रेशन कितनी है, -11, सो इसका POH कितना होगा, इसका POH होगा अराउंड 11, ओके? ये कॉन्सेप्ट भी हम पढ़ चुके हैं इन द न्यूमेरिकल्स. सो what do we conclude with this? We conclude that the H2O ions are more in orange juice and OH ions are less in orange juice, and that makes the orange juice slightly acidic. It has a pH of 3.5, and 3.5 is a weak acid, okay? Let's take another solution. Let's take coffee, okay? Now can you look over here, we have 1 exponent -5 H3O positive ions. So 1, whenever you have 1 over here and you have power -5, the pH is exactly 5, okay? जब भी 1 exponent -5 लिखा हुआ है तो इसका मतलब pH exactly 5 है. और अगर यहाँ पे 1 नहीं है, 2 है, 3 है, कोई और नंबर है और पावर -5 है, you can predict कर सकते हो उस वक्त कि -5 की वजह से pH 5 के अराउंड होगा. लेकिन अगर 1 exponent -5 है तो that means exactly 5 pH है, okay? So the pH over here is 5, and 5 is slightly very weak acid, and you can say that coffee is a weak acid, okay? And if you compare that to the OH ions concentration, you can see that the OH ion concentration is 1 exponent -9. That means coffee has very small number of OH ions, and it has greater number of H2O positive ions, which makes it slightly acidic, okay? Let's take one strong acid, battery acid, which is H2SO4. Can you look over here that the H3O positive ions concentration is 1 exponent -1. So 1 exponent -1 से आप प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हो उसका pH कितना होगा, 1 होगा, ओके? ये कॉन्सेप्ट आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए. 1 exponent -1 है तो pH कितना होगा, 1 होगा, ओके? H2O ions की concentration से हम pH निकाल सकते हैं आराम से. So -1 power shows you that the pH is 1, and you know that pH 1 is very strong acid, okay? Whereas OH ion concentration is very low in this acid, and you can see that the OH ion concentration is 1 exponent -13. So -13 is a very small number. So battery acid has very small number of OH ions and very large number of H3O positive ion, which makes it very strong acid, okay? So this is the comparison. This is how we see how we calculate the pH with the help of how we predict pH with the help of the given concentrations of H3O positive ions and OH negative ions. We have done all these concepts in numericals. This is just a review video. We have another animation over here. What is it? It shows you that we can change the concentrations according to our needs over here. We can increase or decrease H3O positive or OH negative ions over here. Okay, if I move it towards this side, if I move my H3O positive towards this side, the H2O concentration will increase and OH ion concentration will decrease because exponent -16 is smaller and exponent 2 is greater. So अगर मैं ऊपर की तरफ लेकर जाऊँगा अपने आयन को तो कंसनट्रेशन इंक्रीज होगी उस आयन की, और अगर मैं नीचे की तरफ लेकर आऊँगा तो आयन की कंसनट्रेशन क्या हो जाएगी, डिक्रीज हो जाएगी. ओके, सो लेट्स सी इफ़ वी मूव आवर हाइड्रोजन आयंस टूवर्ड्स 1 exponent -2. Okay, my hydrogen ion concentration or H2O positive ion concentration is -2 over 1.3 -2. So you can predict कि -2 की वजह से pH 2 के अराउंड होगा. ये 1 नहीं है, exactly 1.3 है. So यहाँ पे हम predict कर सकते हैं, exactly नहीं बता सकते. तो अगर यहाँ पे 1 होता, सिर्फ 1 exponent -2 होता तो हम exactly pH 1 लिखते हैं. लेकिन अगर 1.3 है और -2 की पावर है, so we can predict that the pH is around 2. Okay, we can predict. सो अगर हम ऊपर की तरफ H2O को लेकर जाएंगे, सो यू कैन सी दैट द pH, आप pH की तरफ देखते रहना, ऑब्जर्व करो pH को. जब मैं H2O को नीचे की तरफ करता हूँ, यानी कि H2O की कंसनट्रेशन कम करता हूँ, तो pH क्या होता है, इंक्रीज़ होता है. ओके, और जब मैं H2O को ऊपर लेकर जाता हूँ, यानी कि H2O की कंसनट्रेशन को मैं इंक्रीज़ करता हूँ, तो pH क्या होता है, कम होता जाता है. कम pH का मतलब क्या हुआ, कम pH का मतलब ये हुआ कि उसमें H2O आयन ज़्यादा हैं और वो स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है. और जब मैं H2O को नीचे लेकर आता हूँ, H2O की कंसनट्रेशन कम करता हूँ, तो मेरा जो pH है वो बढ़ता है. इसका मतलब क्या है, जब मैं H2O की कंसनट्रेशन कम करूँगा तो pH बढ़ेगा और मेरा जो सॉल्यूशन है वो लेस एसिडिक होता जाएगा टिल वी गो टू 7. जब हम H2O की कंसनट्रेशन इतनी इंक्रीज़ कर दें कि हमारा जो pH है वो 7 हो जाए, तो 7 पे क्या होगा, 7 पे H2O की और OH आयन की कंसनट्रेशन क्या हो जाएगी, बराबर हो जाएगी, और हमारा pH कितना हो जाएगा, एग्जैक्टली 7 हो जाएगा. और एग्जैक्ट 7 जो pH होता है दैट इज़ न्यूट्रल. अब मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, अब मैं OH आयंस को बढ़ाऊँगा. ठीक है, अब लेट सपोज मैं OH आयंस को बढ़ाऊँगा. जैसे ही मैं OH आयंस को बढ़ाऊँगा तो देखो हमारा pH क्या हो रहा है, इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है. जैसे हमारा pH इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है तो अब ये स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस की तरफ जा रहा है. ठीक है, जितना मैं OH आयंस की कंसनट्रेशन को इंक्रीज़ करता जाऊँगा उतना स्ट्रॉन्गली बेसिक होता जाएगा. And you can see over this point that your pH is 13 and 13 pH is a strong base. Okay, so that's all. What do we conclude from this video lesson? This is the review lesson in which we conclude 3 things. We can conclude, we can find out pH with the help of pH paper. Okay, second thing that was useful for us was concentrations की help से we can predict the pH. If the concentration of H2O ions is more, we can predict that the solution will be acidic, and if OH ions concentration is more, we can predict that the solution is basic. Okay, if we have higher concentration of H3O, we are going to have more and more acidic solution. If we have higher concentration of OH ions, we are going to have more and more basic solutions. Okay, that's all. I hope it was helpful, and we'll be meeting in the next lesson.